The topic of today's presentation is Travel-Link Solutions. This company was founded in 1987 and is designed by its customers to give assistance with travel. The company has aimed to find success in the market by offering a 24/7 service through its 200 staff members. Previously, Travel-Link was strictly a roadside assistance company. However, they have recently expanded into other areas such as legal help and emergency travel arrangements. Through these expansions, we have identified issues in technological advancements and structural deficiencies that will need to be changed in order for the business to find growth and success. Further, loss of profits, inadequate training methods, and lack of resources are all topics of discussions that we will find ways of communicating and solving for the organisation.
Outlining the change problem. Groener's growth model proposed in 1972 outlines the 5 stages of growth. This model determines in order to achieve growth, management needs to recognise the change problem. Travel-Link Solutions lacks internal management within the organisation. The change problem is an operational management related issue. These issues include poor role management, decreased employee motivation, employee retention, and lack of resources. Transitioning to a planned change will focus on eliminating external forces barriers relating to technology and resources. Evidently, this is a need for change at Travel-Link Solutions. Furthermore, the current internal factors have had a negative impact on operations which are preventing growth and structure in the organisation. Agostini, Nozelia, and Filippini in 2016 highlighted the importance of technological innovation and its compatibility with innovation performance. Moreover, is linked with the organisational structure and sustainability. This will provide the organisation with a system to moderate customer service calls, a rating scheme to monitor employee performance, monitor contracts, and an online program in which employees have access to communicate with the whole firm in order to meet monthly goals. The observations made from the case study has identified a lack of decision-making, communication patterns, and resources. Effectively, adapting to a new change management approach will facilitate an increased employee motivation and overall organisational performance.
There are a variety of problems justifying the need for change for Travel-Link Solutions that can be identified using the Burt-Luton model of Organisational Performance and Change, 1992. The Burt-Luton model focuses on the relationship between departments at the time of change. This model will assist in distinguishing what areas of the business are affected, how they are interrelated, and its role in organisational change. The model corresponds with the transactional factors which include day-to-day operations with certain departments of the business, e.g. finance, human resources, operations, and customer service. Travel-Link Solutions should use this model to identify problems occurring in various departments. In relation to the customer service department, customers are being affected with the reduction of trained employees due to internal changes within Travel-Link Solutions. To talk to a call centre representative, customers are waiting at times of up to 2 hours instead of what is stated in the policy, which is a wait time of up to 3 minutes. Customers are not being met in an acceptable amount of time, leading into increased customer complaints and dissatisfaction. Not only are customers being affected by the reduced number of Travel-Link call centre representatives, but the employees themselves are being impacted. With reduced numbers means a heavier workload, answering more phone calls, and managing more than what is required. This has resulted in an increased amount of error rates, as well as a rise of pressure on employees. As stated in the case study, the lack of appropriate planning and implementation related to the heightened call volumes was having a visible negative impact on the performance of all call centre associates within the Operations and Human Resources Department. This relates to the transactional factor, individual needs and value. Motivation is identified as a factor in the Burt-Luton model and is critical to a successful change initiative. It is about the employee's level of dedication and commitment in achieving organisational goals. The motivational levels in the Travel-Link Solutions Human Resource Department is poor and very low for a variety of reasons. The Travel-Link Solutions Employee Handbook states that each employee would receive an appraisal review after 6 months of continuous employment. Once a successful review was completed, an employee would be entitled to a pay increase. The handbook was not being followed, with performance reviews and pay rises being overlooked, as well as little to no recognition is given to those who have performed exceptionally. This resulted in lack of employee motivation and satisfaction, loss of positive working atmosphere, and increased anger. According to a study conducted by Curtis in 2009, a lack of employee motivation may cause internal and organizational problems in turnover, retention, and poor productivity. Using Burke-Luton's organizational performance and change model, the following change problems were identified within TravelLink Solution departments: unacceptable longer call wait times, increased error rates, and lack of employee motivation. These identified problems justify why change is needed for the organization.
SWOT analysis is a tool used by organizations to analyze the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats involved within an organization, project, person, or business activity. In today's business landscape, SWOT research focuses on analyzing organizations and providing recommended strategic business actions to organizations. In conducting a SWOT analysis for TravelLink Solutions, the following was found. Strengths. Employees are offered benefits such as health benefits, holiday pay, special rates for gyms, amusement parks, and concerts. These benefits are a strength to TravelLink Solutions as these benefits increase employee satisfaction. This is the case as employees feel they are being well treated by their organisation and can trust the management at TravelLink as they are being provided with the minimum benefits as well as bonus benefits. Weaknesses. TravelLink Solution lacks internal management within their organisation, decision making, and communication. This is a major weakness for TravelLink Solutions. The reason why this is a major issue is without strong internal management, decision making, and communication, often organisations will have a lack of direction. Without a lack of direction, employees will often become confused and their role within the organisation becomes unclear. Opportunities. As the company has grown from 20 employees to 200 within 13 years, there is an opportunity for growth in the years to come. TravelLink Solutions have continually grown the number of their employees within their organisation over the last 13 years. With growth in employee numbers comes new roles and new ideas. There is an opportunity for TravelLink to continue to grow and can potentially branch out into other markets by continuing to employ individuals with different expertise. Threats. External forces such as barriers to technologies and resources. These external factors are an area of concern for TravelLink Solutions as these factors are having a negative impact on current operations, preventing growth and structure within the organisation. The negative effects of these threats can be reduced by management by looking for alternatives surrounding both technologies and resources. Using the findings from the SWOT analysis, it is recommended blue ocean strategic intervention strategies should be used by TravelLink Solutions in order to address the change problem. Blue ocean intervention strategies help address the change problem as it focuses on developing the organisation internally rather than focusing on external factors. Implementing the blue ocean intervention strategies is a difficult task within itself. First, TravelLink must ensure there is readiness for change by reviewing and then challenging the business strategies. TravelLink then must look to find new opportunities and explore these opportunities for creating a new business strategy. Then the final part of implementing intervention strategies is TravelLink ensuring the changes actually happen. From the results of the SWOT analysis, it was determined TravelLink Solutions would be best suited to implementing the blue ocean intervention strategies. A blue ocean intervention strategy is to create and capture new demand. This can be done internally as it requires individuals within the organisation to think of new ideas on how they could make their product better. This is beneficial as creating your own demand alleviates the pressure in which comes with competitive advantage. To maximise the effects of implementing blue ocean intervention strategies, it's important for TravelLink to ensure their competition remains irrelevant. Doing this will allow TravelLink to address the change problem identified by the SWOT analysis. Not focusing on competition will ensure TravelLink address the weaknesses and threats identified. Ensuring new ideas for demand are being created internally at TravelLink Solutions will help create competitive advantage in the long run.
The diagnostic model analysis. Burke-Luton's model of organisational performance and change proposed in 1992 corresponds with the transactional factors in TravelLink Solutions organisation. I'll be discussing the impact of the Blue Ocean's innovative strategy on specific departments. These include eliminating unnecessary costs, reducing employee retention, creating new operations management systems, and raising awareness for the implementation of innovative technology. Eliminate. The Eliminate section focuses on the transactional factor of structure within the organisation, specifically the finance department. Although there has been a loss of profits, it has also had an impact on the human resource department, as there has been inadequate training provided, no performance reviews, and not providing appropriate resources to employees in order to complete their tasks. The finance department, as highlighted in the case study, have declined and stopped accepting contracts because of the burden on employees' motivation due to the lack of resources. In saying that, because travel exceeds between seasons, they could reduce employees working at the office during off-peak season. Travel-linked solutions were acquiring multiple costs by having a large number of employees working and not making enough profit. Therefore, had a negative impact on the company. By eliminating unnecessary costs will allow the business to focus on the core parts of the organisation, such as reducing psychological stress in the workplace and creating a budget to plan to distribute financials with appropriate measures. Create. The loss of sales and customers in Travel-linked solutions partake in the Department of Operations Management. This correlates to the transactional factors of systems, which include policies and procedures. An integrated approach proposed by NAG and Tran is the quality function deployment. It aims to achieve higher and consistent levels of quality. In utilising this approach, it improves the operations process and customer focus and performance, which is essential in creating an organised system providing to the needs and expectations of customers. Moreover, focusing on customer satisfaction, therefore having a positive impact on operations management. Reduce. The Human Resource Department of Travel-linked Solutions will need to reduce employee retention. In these case studies, employee retention has had a negative impact amongst the Human Resource Department, resulting in employees to work long hours after consecutive days, decreased employee motivation, employing new individuals with no qualifications for the provided roles, and being provided with minimal hours of training. In order for this to be reduced, human resource departments need to understand the theory of motivation proposed by Locke and Latham in 2013. It is an incentive to increase employee motivation, which Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs outlines the 5 needs which contribute to the setting of achieving goals and understanding employee motivation. An example is the need of esteem. This can be done by providing feedback, reviewing employee performance, and encouraging employees at work. This will reduce employee retention as the organisation lacks this. This strongly correlates with both transactional factors of individual needs and values and in motivation. In achieving this, we will have a positive outcome on the organisation as they are focusing on their employees. Raise. An issue to raise for the Travel-linked solutions is to implement a technological innovation. As previously mentioned, the lack of internal organisational structure and resources has had a negative impact. By implementing or updating new technological innovation will assist in managing roles, budgets, increasing communication amongst all departments to develop and achieve goals, and optimising for productivity in the organisation, which thus contributes to a healthy workplace structure. In saying that, the transactional factor of task requirements and individual skills and abilities need to align with the implementation of technological innovation, otherwise it will have a crucial impact on organisational performance. Overall, modifying these changes and applying the Blue Ocean strategy will adopt to new changes to different departments, moreover focusing on an increased productivity, access to resources and employee motivation, which are aligned to the outcome of the diagnostic model.
In order to successfully transform the organisation from a confused and frustrated state into a cohesive and productive team, the organisation will need to effectively communicate the change vision and remove obstacles. This will effectively produce more change and help anchor change within the corporate culture, as stated by Fronzo 2018. The first goal of organisational communication should be to inform employees about their tasks, policies, and the issues within the organisation. This will in turn help the organisation in addressing reasons to change and the worries employees initially will have. Thus, common communication theories such as sender, message, channel, and receiver can be applied in communicating proposed changes and generating organisational effectiveness. One way this can be achieved is through using conference calls, as used by the company Delta Airlines. This increases the emphasis on leadership and direction and can impact the structural issues within the organisation by creating a clearer chain of command and communication. Secondly, media outlets can be used to inform stakeholders of proposed changes through things such as email, social media, and advertising. This will communicate to both internal and external stakeholders about the proposed changes within the organisation. This is a common strategy adopted by organisations such as Atkins Global and McDonald's. Lastly, using employee monitoring and online systems can help in enabling all employees to communicate with one another about things that need to be changed. This will increase employee involvement and create greater communication channels within the organisation, therefore leading to a more cohesive organisation and greater likelihood of successful change.
In conclusion, the Blue Ocean Intervention Strategies and Diagnostic Model have proposed possible solutions on the departments needing for change at Travel Link Solutions. Evidently, both these tools are effective in improving organisational performance.